So you've coached thousands of leasing agents. What do you see as the three biggest issues they face, and how do you help them resolve these issues?
Yeah, great question. If I had to think about it, I would say the three biggest areas are first and foremost, number one, phone training. Okay. Don't believe me. And it's so funny how few owners that I meet actually call their own communities, right? Go ahead and call your property as if you were a renter. For the most part, it's a complete disaster out there. Our phone skills are terrible. So number one, phone training. Number two, being taught to overcome objections. Now, I want to make sure I'm clear here because it's important. I'm not saying that they're not taught to overcome objections. I'm saying that this traditional training out there that's either misinformation a lot of times, and in some cases, complete garbage, is teaching these leasing consultants to overcome an objection. You cannot overcome an objection in real estate. It is not possible. Let me explain how. There's only 4 ways to overcome an objection. Number one, I'm going to change the product. Okay. So Ryan, if I say to you, man, I don't like the size of this closet, right? Your closets are way too small. I can't live in this place. You can't go, oh, Matt, no problem. We'll just blow a hole out of the side of the wall there. It's Mrs. Johnson, right? We'll knock out her second bedroom. We'll make it a closet for you. You can't do it. I can't put a balcony there if there's not a balcony. I can't change the floor plan. You can't change the product. Okay. The number 2 way you can overcome an objection in real estate is you'd have to move the product, right? Hey, you're not in Cherry Creek School District. I want to be in Cherry Creek. No problem. We'll get a C-130 aircraft and some tanks and flatbeds. We'll just move the building into that school. Doesn't happen. Okay. Number 3 way to overcome an objection is price. Now, a lot of the listeners may be saying, well, we can move our price around. Our data at Leasing University shows whatever you can move your price. The bandwidth that you have as an owner or an operator to move your price is never going to be enough to truly overcome an objection, right? It may entice somebody, it may be used as marketing, and it may be used as motivation, but it's not like I can take a $2,400 a month apartment and make it $700, right? Suddenly I don't care about the closet anymore. So you're not going to overcome objection with price. That leaves the 4th thing. Okay. And this is where all the old school training is out there. They don't come out right out and say it, but this is what they're doing. They're going to overcome the objection by proving to the prospect that they're wrong and you're right. Ryan, that closet's not small. Ryan, our rent is totally affordable, right? It's $2,400 is not a lot of money. And we create these conflicts. You can't overcome an objection. You need to handle or address it.
That's interesting.
The 3rd thing that people need training on is a closing process. They just simply don't have it. I met with 3 large companies this morning via video. Their board of directors asked me to come in. I asked all 3 of these companies, there's 3 different Zoom meetings. Hey, what do you guys say to close the lease? Over 400 people on all 3 of those calls combined. Most of them didn't have any answer, and none of them had a definitive, this is what we say, this is what we do at our company to close. Blows my mind. Like, how can you have $100 million asset and not teach your people, okay, this is how we close. This is the process. So phone training, being taught to overcome objections, and closing process. If you could knock out all 3 of those, you're in really good shape.
The way people rent apartments has changed. Today's renter has access to more information. Today's renter has more choices. The apartment industry needs you. Studies have shown that moving is the most stressful life event. The old sales training, well, it just doesn't work today. I'd like to teach you how to take the stress out of leasing apartments in a way that's meaningful to you and your renters and get you 7 times more leases. I'll show you how the perfect leasing process works. I'm gonna walk you through everything from answering the phone to closing the lease. I'm gonna show you how to determine your prospects' wants and their needs so that you can build value in your apartments. You will learn how to handle any objection or complaint. I'm gonna show you how to connect with your renter so it's easy for them to rent with you. I've taught the best property management companies and thousands of people just like you how to lease apartments. Property management is complicated. I'll simplify it for you. There's more competition than ever before. I'm gonna show you how to be number 1. All of a sudden, your career it's gonna make perfect sense, even if you've never worked in sales or property management before. And for the advanced property manager, I'm gonna show you how to take things to the next level. Leasing University is a new, simple, step-by-step process that's effective. We're gonna help you become a rock star in property management. I'm Matt Easton, and this is Leasing University.